Hello, my lovelies. It's Archangel Zedkiel here, or Kulipup, as I like to be referred to, or Clip. Call me Clip. Anyway, it's been a couple of days since my last video because the last time I posted, it was really early in the morning. You saw me with my whole bed head and everything like that. And I mentioned that we were fighting between the battle of good and evil, and that it was commencing last Monday on April the 2nd. I am very, very pleased to say that that battle was won. So for those of you who were able to view the video and to feel the message, thank you very much for being as positive as you can, because it really, really did help. Every little bit of energy helped on that day. I will give the details of the battle another video, but overall, we won this time. So prior to the last time, what happened, as I'll remind us, when Jesus was crucified on the cross, that tipped us into the age of Pisces, because we had lost the battle, which it allowed through our own hearts for us to really feel all the nastiness that's in our own hearts that we let happen. So slavery, enslavement of people, whether that be their minds, their bodies, or both, just atrocities, murder, rape, abuse, just everything. And we allowed, because we lost the battle, the darkest parts of ourselves and also the darker forces that are out there were able to more easily manipulate us through our journeys that we've had over the last couple thousand years. But the good thing is as of Monday, when we won the battle, what this means is we've gained our minds back before, and we have officially welcomed in the age of Aquarius. With the winning of that battle, age of Aquarius is here. So what it really means, because a lot of people, they're like, the battle, like, between angels and the demons and all that jazz, and how does it really affect you at the end of the day? And it was always for control over your mind. That was what we were fighting for, because your mind is the most important thing in this game, because your mind controls your world. So if you have another individual or another entity or another organization who have an overall majority to manipulate your mind, it means that they have been able to manipulate you. And when they are manipulating you and you are not conscious of the decisions that you are making, you end up slowly but surely killing yourself, and not recognizing the inept, beautiful light and power that you have within you. And you start believing all of the bull crap that they put out there, advertising, telling men and women that they're not significant or they're not sufficient enough, that their body shapes are, like, hey, be who you are, keep doing what you're doing, love your curves, love everything, and then at the same time go, but you're fat, please go to the gym. And don't get me wrong, I am not promoting an unhealthy diet, definitely not. But we should all love ourselves. And when you love yourself, when you truly love yourself, you do start taking care of yourself. And so you can see this is what I'm doing right now. Once I woke up, and when you realize what you've been doing to your body, now I've got to do a lot of work to correct all of the things that I've done when I was asleep. Anywho's. So going back, totally off topic, going back to subject. So the battle was won, and it was won to to release the control of your minds. Because a lot of the times we go through life and we believe that all of the thoughts in our head are our own. And we do not realize that through the entities that know who we are, and we don't know who we are, they know who we are, and they are manipulating us using our own consciousness. So It's a little harder to explain because when everybody was released, because what Lip and I did, or Archangel Raziel and I, what we did on Monday was we went on to our nearest ley line, and that is the Earth's energy lines. They are beautiful things, and they hold an immense amount of power. So we made our way to our nearest ley line as the battle was commencing. And because we are in full control of our consciousness, because we are fully aware of who we are and what we are and our abilities and what we can do, we use those abilities whilst on the ley line to amplify our power. And not only that, through the amplification of our power, and because the power that we have is such an immense love frequency that is so incredibly powerful, that can reach so many, it can reach everybody, it can touch the hearts of everybody. And if you don't quite understand what we mean by that, again, it is because you need to do a little bit more research. When you're following the path of knowledge, when you're waking up, the amount of knowledge available to you gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but their meaning becomes so much more, the meaning behind it is so much more in depth, because your understanding is so very deep. But anyway, sorry, again, I'm going off topic. I do that. I ramble a little bit because there's so much information out there and I want to get it to everybody. So bear with me a little bit. So anyway, we went on the ley line, and we used our abilities, used our consciousness, and our control of our energy. And we basically were able to stop on this plane our enemy from being able to manipulate the minds of any human. So what that means is that if you are an individual who you're just going through a shitload of stress, and it's the little things that stress you out. There's a lot of big things that stress you out too, but it's like the snowball effect. It's, you wake up in the morning and you feel a little crick in your back. That puts you in a space like, crap, I feel like crap. And then you're waking up too early, and then you're thinking like, where am I going? Why am I waking up this early? Because I got to go to work. And a lot of people, if you're lucky enough to enjoy your job, I'm so very thankful. But a lot of people, we don't want to go to work. We look at it, we're just like, I'm going to work today. I don't want to do it. And it is our mental status. And the thing is, what we didn't realize is that there was a little, I'm going to be blunt, there was a little shit inside our heads. I call him a little shit, but he's really much more powerful than that. But to me, he's a little turdball. But anyway, and that little voice would constantly make suggestions to you. And those suggestions, when we believed that they were our own suggestions, it resulted in us thinking or taking on those suggestions and running with them. So for example, what happens commonly with a lot of ladies is we're looking in the mirror and we get up and we're like, you know what, our hair looks really great today. Or, yeah, just went to the gym and we're looking in the mirror and feeling really good. And then there's a suggestion that comes into your head that goes, but you still got some love handles. Or, oh, but your hair's so thin. Or, oh, my legs don't look quite there. I'm almost there, but And we get that little suggestion. Now, normally, a lot of ladies, or just, I'm going to say people, guys have the same kind of bits. They look in the mirror and they may feel like they had a really good pump or workout at the gym, and then they look and they're like, but my pecs aren't quite there. Or they look like, oh, I'm not sculpted enough. Oh, I don't look like Thor. Or whatever. What are the Hemsworth brothers? I don't look like that. So that suggestion that says, hey, but you know what? You still got that. When we run with it, it affects our feeling. It triggers the feelings on the inside. Now, when we marry our thoughts with our feelings, our heart, that is how we manifest. And if what you're manifesting is, I'm not worthy enough, or I'm not good enough, or I'm that, because you took upon that suggestion and took it into your heart, then you will manifest that out, because you are giving that energy back out to the universe. And when I say the universe is source. And what is source? It is yourself. So you are basically putting out the feelings of inadequacy, and what you are receiving back in the world into yourself is inadequacy, and not realizing your true power and your true wonder that you have inside yourselves, my dears. So anyway, but however, since the game has been won, since the battle has been won, it means that that little voice that makes those suggestions to you will no longer be able to make those suggestions. So with that, it means that you are more free to make decisions, or knowing that the decisions that you've made, how you've chosen to think that day, and with those thoughts, the responding actions that go along with it, those were all your own, and you had not been suggested, as it has been able to do with us over the last 2,000 years. But no more. Not anymore. So, make good decisions, my dears. More videos to come.